like I know how good my music is, so I wasn't really too worried about like what my first deal is like and shit like that, like, you know, because I know like people I look up to, whether it's like Uzi or like
everybody,
Doug or like, bro, niggas
had a bad deal.
You feel me? And it's like, depending on what you do, your accountability, like you got to take accountability for the decisions that you make. You can, you know, capitalize and create a way better situation, you know?
Did you have that song with Yachty before you saw him?
Yeah, I had that song with Yachty in high school. Yeah, like
so
super popular in high school.
You must have been lit if you had a Yachty song in high school.
Bro, I was lit. Like, I was lit. Like, that's why I said, like, bro, I should have dropped the out. Like, I posted, like, the snippet to that Yachty song, like, just doing a little dance with my friends to it. The shit did 1 million views in a day.
Right.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's just like, but I don't really live off the whole shoulda, coulda, woulda. I love all of this because, like,
it's all part of your story.
It's all a part of the story. And when I pop, I'm gonna have a core fan base that's gonna be like I already have a core fan base that's there to say like, no, like that fight for me in the comments and shit like that when I get posted on certain like outlets and people are like, oh, now he wanna do music, or like, oh, it's like, nigga, no, this nigga been snapping and shit like that. You know, I'm not just some overnight that just popped and is like, when shit goes left, no one's there to vouch for you. You feel me? Like, I've been building a fan base for a very long time, more than like people know. You know?
How did you get the song with Yachty in the first place?
I paid for it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was in high school and like Imprint, he was getting bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my brother was getting bread, dancing nigga songs and shit. And like, I think someone had gave him like some bread. You feel what I'm saying? Like, someone had paid him like 30 bands and then like some 30 bands for another like video. That was like 2 videos or something like that. Yeah. And like, I was helping him with every video. So he just gave me like, he was like on some little brother shit, like, yeah, oh, here's 6 bands or something. I'm like,
then you bought a feature with it.
yeah. And at the time, like, Yachty had like, I don't even think Yachty would remember this shit, like, for real. Like, I don't think Yachty would remember this shit.
But Yachty's like very with the culture and pays attention to the underground and shit, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's kind of been observing you the whole way. But yeah, like, I don't know. There's definitely people I met early on.
I feel like at that time, though, like, he was just getting mad features. Like, Broccoli had probably, like, just dropped.
Right,
and it was, like, one night in Broccoli.
Kind of like peak of
Yachty
1.0.
And it was 2016. I'm like, how much a feature? Da-da-da. It was, like, 2,500. I was like, bet, I'm gonna get the 2,500. I hit them back up with the 2,500. They were like, it's 3,500. Like, it was like 2 days would go by. It's like it was going up like that. I'm like, no, please. Like, y'all said 25. Y'all just said 2,500. I have the 2,500. Like, and they was like, bro, we'll do like 3 or something like that. And like, I was just like, I sent it like, here, like, and then like,
how long
I'm on the school bus, like, a week later, like, bro, and like, I was sitting on the back of the bus. I'm like, what the fuck? It was like, Yachty, 23. And I opened the folder and I played the verse. And we just all started wilding in the back of the bus. Like, I'm 16 years old. We like, yeah! He would not know this shit. Like, he would not know. Like, we never even like spoke about doing the record. It was on some shit like, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Like, I had met him a couple times on some shit like afterwards, but like this how Yachty dap me up. Like, dap me up. Like, bro, like, yeah, like,
I got a few of those in my life. Yeah,
I just got that the other day at ComplexCon from him. Like, it was all bad.
And Yachty, like, if you see this, like, it ain't even no pressure, but like, I was like, damn, like,
maybe that's just how he shakes hands. It is awkward when you're like a celebrity because there's so many different ways that people dap you up in different parts of the country is normal. You know, like some people are like bring it in and hug. Some people really kind of do like a handshake.
No. It was on
New
some
York,
shit.
They fucking snap their fingers.
On some shit. I was like, yo, like, what's good, Yachty? I fucks with your shit. Like, he was like this. Like, he was like this. Damn. like we was in the studio and shit. Like, he just. Like, that happened to me. That happened to me with Yachty specifically like 3 times. Like,
right.
I'm like, yo, like,
that's his thing then at this point. Right?
I mean,
I just felt like he just like, who the fuck is this nigga?
He's
like,
famous as it's hard to like make
Right.
them actually remember you, honestly. Like, it's an underrated thing. But as a rapper who's trying to come up or whatever, you got to kind of accept a little bit of the insult and just keep rolling with it. You know?
It kind of just give me drive. As like, that ain't to bash Yachty or nothing like
Right.
that. Like, I ain't on some shit like, bet. Like, nah, it was just on some shit like okay, I'm gonna get lit enough to where like he respects my handshake.
Because
like,
when you're young in the game, it's hard to realize that somebody like Yachty has literally met like a million people, like
niggas.
so
Word.
many people. It's really fucking hard to keep all their names straight in your brain, you know. So you gotta kind of double, triple down. You know?
I mean, I do think about shit like that, and I'm like, nah, like every motherfucker I dap up, like that's why, like even. Like Heath, you came in, dap me up. Like I stand up when I dap niggas up. Like I kind of give like the most respect, like with a dap. You know what I'm saying? Look him in the eye and everything, because I don't want no one to ever feel like, damn, this nigga just hold me. Like, you know,
that's real shit. Cause
that is real.
I met you before I even was working at No Jumper. Well, I was working for No Jumper just remote. We was at Metro Mars video shoot. Remember that, right?
Yeah.
And you showed love that day. That's why I f with you, because I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Because you got your shit going on, but you've always been humble and shit.
Yeah.
But like, what was you even doing with Metro Mars that day? Like, what's your friendship?
Bro, what the was I doing? Atlanta is like Atlanta scene is like just artists just be in Lincoln. Like I don't. The nigga hard.
Yeah, he hard. I fuck with Metro. He came to my crib like a week after that. I was on shrooms the whole night, going crazy.
It was like mutual friends. Like I had like my boy Lovato also.
He was there too.
Yeah, he
Lovato.
He with Metro Mars. He was like, yo, we pulling up on Metro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Metro Mars. I was like, oh, bet. I think I just tagged along, and
right.
And then like me and Metro like tapped in. But I was already listening to Metro Mars and stuff like that at that time.
As far as like the Atlanta scene, like who would you say influenced you like from Atlanta that you looked up to coming up out of there?
Thug. Thug for sure. Thug.
You f with Gunna still?
You're making it this kind of interview?
Dun, dun.
I'm always on that type of time. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about the Gunna shit? The Gunna Young Thug situation?
I mean, I'm not one of them street ass like
So
OG rappers.
He's Unghetto.
It don't like the word Gunna don't shake me like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it shake OGs for some reason. I don't.
It's not like a
When you think about Atlanta, like weird Atlanta rap, Yachty, Thug, like there's just like a lot of artists around that time period that were kind of like really, because Atlanta's just been
Yachty and putting Yachty and Thug in the same like.
You're right.
era
But that's
is
a
crazy.
broad generalization because you're talking about Thug who had been out and popping for like 5 years
Yeah,
before
for a
Yachty came out. But, you know, it's all kind of part of like a similar lineage of like weird
Yachty,
Atlanta rap. That
Cody Shane.
Yeah.
Uzi.
A lot of
You
shit.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Thug is like with Migos and them, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but Thug, as time went by, became a more normal rapper. Even though he's still a freaky ass rapper. But like when you go back to his early shit, it was weird as fuck. Like nothing I had ever heard before.
Word.
You know?
Word. I
And
love
still,
that.
he's like one of the strangest, most creative rappers out. We kind of like are just used to it now because his style became sort of normal. There's like so
Word.
many rappers that kind of sound like
That kinda
Thug.
sound
That
like him
it makes
now.
you feel like Thug is normal now.
Yeah.
all right, here's a better. Who would you put on the Atlanta Mount Rushmore of rapping?
You're funny, man. Like,
We keep doing this to everybody and everybody gets uncomfortable.
I stay there, bro. So like, bro, I'm gonna just say this first. Y'all, bro, like, y'all niggas be trying to act like niggas need, like, I know you said Atlanta, but y'all be trying to act like niggas need Biggies and the Gucci Manes and shit. Like, suck my dick, bro. Like, for real. Like, I'm not finna have what y'all think I should have. I'm finna say my Atlanta Rushmore, and you gonna have to deal with it, nigga. Like,
Well, I prefer that because if you're gonna do like
Yeah.
all time, I mean that's boring. That's like
Yeah, I
everybody
don't-
should have the same answer if that's what it's gonna be.
wait, everybody should have the same answer?
Well, if you're gonna do like the best or most important rappers, then everybody should have kind of the same answer, right? But
wait, say it.
if
Say
I'm
it.
gonna do a top 5, then I'm gonna do my personal like top 5 that I've been the most moved by, the most
Right.
motivated by, and that I spent the most time listening to
Right.
throughout my life. Like Run DMC are some of the most important rappers of all time. I didn't grow up listening to it because I'm too young, you know?
Right.
Whereas also like Travis Scott is the most fucking important rapper in the world to a whole generation of kids, and it's just not that important to me.
Oh, okay.
because of my age or whatever, you know? So it's like, if you're going to do the top 5, let's hear your top 5.
Atlanta. Thug.
Number 1.
Number 1.
I feel that.
Number 1. Fucking Atlanta. Migos.
That's big.
Migos.
They can
For
be
sure.
one. I agree. They can be one.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah,
Mount
Migos.
Rushmore. Yeah.
I don't want to separate them and none. Migos.
Well, because then you're done.
Northside Legends.
Yeah.
Then I'm done.
Well, if you put all 3 of them, then the Mount Rushmore is done.
Oh yeah. Atlanta?
Yeah, just Atlanta or Georgia, and just in period.
Just in general?
Yeah.
Just wait, we talking about artists? Or,
Artists, like
Artists.
Who you putting up there?
my Mount Rushmore all time?
Of your favorite artists from
Of
Atlanta.
all time.
All time.
Your favorite. Yeah.
Nigga, 1 Michael Jackson. Nigga,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, number 1 is Michael Jackson if we doing that.
I'm talking about from Atlanta. He
Oh,
from,
I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say.
Nah, Atlanta artists.
Does Future have a place on this list?
Atlanta, Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
For sure.
In the overall Mount Rushmore, definitely.
In the overall?
But on your personal, I'm interested if he has a place.
On the Atlanta Mount Rushmore, personally for me,
Free Band Gang.
yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thug, Future, Migos.
Trinidad James.
Andre 3000 playing a flute.
What? Is that really a flute? Did he really not rap on that album?
I haven't listened to it, but that's the word on the streets. Yeah.
That's gonna piss me off. But
I should probably listen to it. It's gonna be confusing.
I might sample it though. That's what they saying on the streets. Like niggas gonna be sampling the hell out that album. But
They were saying that he's been playing flutes on a bunch of rappers' instrumentals, but made them promise to keep it low key. I can look it up if you want.
number 4, Soulja Boy.
That's hard.
I like that.
I like that.
Even though
Soulja
he's
Boy.
an op, I like that.
He is?
You don't fuck with no jumper.
Yeah.
Yo, for real?
Yeah. He wants
Damn.
me dead.
Soulja Boy.
He got
He said
money.
he's gonna come up here, so
He put money on my head.
But he don't. Yeah.
He put a 50 piece on my head.
Word
On God.
on God.
I phone them.
On SODMG.
Soulja Boy sent a hit, and you still here,
I'm just out here living.
and I'm just doing the interview here. Like,
SODMG ain't what it used to be. I'm sorry.
do they know this location? Like,
I
what's,
mean, they could probably figure it out.
He probably got it. He could be outside.
I am just kidding. Because now you seem kind of uncomfortable. Like someone might come and spray at me.
I'm just like, yo, what?
But if I
Like,
did find that out, I wouldn't be that surprised.
No, I'm just saying, like, yo, I wasn't really out tripping. I was just like, yo, you a savage. Like, you just going to work every day. Like, no one
What
has
are
a
you gonna
50
do?
piece on your head. Like,
If you found out there was money on your head, what would you do different? I guess
I'm not going to the same location every day. That's one. I'm switching it up. Like, all right, today we're recording here. Like, yeah, for sure.